fans have been concerned whether Cyberpunk 2077 would be going down the route of an Epic Store exclusive, which has been a trend with a few games recently. In a tweet from the developers themselves, this doesn't seem to be the case. When a fan reached out to CD Projekt Red via Twitter to ask if they too were going down the exclusive digital storefront path, their reply was a short but very effective, "Yeah, pass on that." Ever since the digital store Epic Games was revealed at the Game Awards last year, a few titles have decided to release on Epic Games rather than Steam or even GOG, which is owned by the developer's parent company. This includes titles such as action RPG shooter Tom Clancy's Division, which launches on the Epic Games and Uplay next month. Looking back on previous CD Projekt Red titles such as The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the game was made available across a number of different platforms including GOG, Origin and Steam. Currently the developer has yet to have any of their games on the Epic Games Store. Cyberpunk 2077 will release on PC, PS4 and Xbox One with no confirmed release date as of yet. The DLC for the highly acclaimed medieval action RPG Kingdom Come Deliverance has been released this week for all platforms, featuring multiple endings and a cast of new characters to meet on a rambunctious new adventure. The third DLC for Band of Bastards Warhorse Studios, Kingdom Come Deliverance begins with Harry setting off on a new journey to help Sir Radzik Koblia, the leader of the band of mercenaries. His aim is to help settle an ongoing feud between Radzik and a noble family who's trying to encroach upon his position. Of course, this adventure has plenty of rivalry, bloodshed, and choices to be made. Combat focuses mainly on skirmishes and duels, but newer aspects have been added to the game, including stealth missions and a new side quest to explore. The DLC will approximately take 5 hours to complete and will be accessible once players have completed the Baptism of Fire quest, which is available 1/3 of the way through Kingdom Come Deliverance main questline. The DLC is available now on PC, PS4 and Xbox One for $79.99. This was not the only news from the developer Warhorse Studios. Marking the first anniversary of the release of their title, the developer has found a new home, being acquired by THQ Nordic's wholly owned subsidiary Koch Media. Kingdom Come Deliverance was released a year ago and has since sold over 2 million copies. Since its announcement at the Game Awards last year, fans of The Outer Worlds have been anticipating this to be the spiritual successor to the Fallout franchise. In an interview for Game Informer, the co-director Tim Kaine and lead designer Charles Staples, we gained more insight into The Outer Worlds combat. Taking a leaf out of the Fallout book, Obsidian brings its own version of the VAT system to upcoming sci-fi RPG The Outer Worlds. However, in the game it is known as Tactical Time Dilation, or TTD. We also touched upon some of the combat features in our Outer Worlds Everything We Know About Fallout's Spiritual Successor article and video not too long ago. In the video, the co-director Tim Kaine shares more about the breakdown about the feature, and we also get to see some of it in action. Tactical Time Dilation allows players to slow down time in order to line up the perfect shot. If shooting isn't your thing, you can always opt for different abilities that help companions by using combat perks. The developers also explains how companion support is a key part of gameplay, as they are introducing a new type of role called leadership, which means the player will swap in and out companions to gain access to their skills. While the exact release date has not been shared, the title is set to release sometime this year, 2019. Ubisoft held their private beta last weekend for The Division 2 and will be holding an open beta closer to the launch. The open beta was announced via the official website. It will be on March 1st until March 4th and available across all platforms, which includes PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. This will be your last chance to test out the game before it launches next month. More details are expected to follow soon in terms of exact times for each platform. The Division 2 comes to PS4, Xbox One and PC on March 15, 2019, with the beta coming March 1st until March 4th. The wait is over for the release window for Castlevania-inspired side-scrolling RPG Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It was back in August last year when we heard about the delay of its original release. However, in a Nintendo Direct announcement, we learned that the title will be coming out in summer. While this isn't the exact date or month, it's more of a timeline than we had before. The trailer shows off some of the combat as Igavania makes its return in this gothic action horror. We also get a peek at the crafting system, being able to create weapons from materials you loot or items you dismantle. The foes are a mixture between mythical creatures, fantasy meets reality, including a giant doghead or even a huge cat-like creature with horns that swipes at you. To say the least, the visuals are rather trippy with some challenging enemies to best. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night will launch on PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch in summer 2019. A range of Final Fantasy titles were announced to be coming to the Switch since last year. 2 of those titles have now a release date. In a Nintendo Direct, we get a release date for the original Final Fantasy VII, which will be arriving on the Switch and Xbox One on March 26. This is the first time that Final Fantasy VII has come to a Nintendo console. This is a great addition for those who want to relive the game or for those who are playing for the first time. While we await more details from Tetsuya Nomura about the remake now that he's wrapped up Kingdom Hearts 3, it's a great time to delve into the original. But this is not the only Final Fantasy announcement shared in the video. Final Fantasy IX is now available on the Nintendo eShop. Also, Windows 10 and Xbox One can now access Final Fantasy IX as an anywhere title, meaning you can get it both for PC and Xbox with cross-platform saves as well. Team Cherry were teasing a new Hollow Knight character, the Hornet, but now shared on Valentine's Day that it was a follow-up sequel to the massively successful Metroidvania Hollow Knight. Team Cherry shared on Twitter earlier this week about the Hornet and teased that they would be revealing the first look on February 14th, which led us to believe that a new DLC would be revealed on Thursday. However, in a surprise announcement that was shared in a post on their website, a sequel called Hollow Knight Silksong was unveiled. While originally the Hornet's narrative was supposed to be a DLC, Team Cherry quickly realized that it would be too big to be just a chapter and created a game of its own. Hollow Knight Silksong will be available on Windows, Mac, Linux and Nintendo Switch when it launches. The sequel will contain over 150 new foes to battle and new kingdom and a new Challenge Silk Soul mode for even more of a challenging experience. Not only do those who backed the original Kickstarter campaign receive Hollow Knight, but you will also be receiving your copy of Hollow Knight Silksong 100% free, according to the post. No release window has been shared as of yet. The developers Tokyo RPG Factory behind I Am Setsuna Lost Sphere have revealed a new title and action RPG called Oninaki. Publisher Square Enix shares the story of Kagachi, a so-called watcher with the ability to move between the living world and the beyond, in a tale where the watcher must seek out wandering souls of the dead who are the lost to send them on their way into the next world. Tokyo RPG Factory are yet to unveil some of the gameplay details, but you can look at the release trailer to get a quick overview of what's to come. The trailer shows what appears to be a hack and slash action featuring some weapon choices including halberds and swords. Oninaki will release on Nintendo Switch, PS4 and PC this summer, with more details to follow. A new trailer has been released for the upcoming From Software title Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, featuring General Tenzin Yamauchi. The latest trailer shows a short reveal of an epic battle between Sekiro and the General Tenzin Yamauchi of the Ashina clan. The arena in which this fight takes place is in the courtyard of the snow-covered Ashina castle grounds. The battle only shows us the general getting in a few shots before the trailer ends, but looks like it could be another worthy adversary for the lone wolf Sekiro. As we draw nearer to the anticipated release of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, we are slowly gaining new trailers that are revealing more of the narrative and upcoming characters to face. While the title is veering away from a more Souls structure, FromSoft fans will be happy to know they are still including elements such as the hub area known as the Dilapidated Temple and Healing Gourd, which acts similarly to the Etz's Flask used in the Dark Souls series. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice will be releasing on March 22nd, 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Be sure to check out our Twitch channel as we'll be streaming it upon release. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits, and Bunny writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us for news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness. Follow us on social media for all the latest and greatest. The more followers we get, the larger of the army of the Fexers grows.